Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm here to do an updated chip bag video for you guys. I'm going to show you guys my updated method on making these chip bags from design all the way down to assembly. We're going to start with the design portion. As always, I'm using Canva to design these chip bags. So first you want to click on Create a Design in the upper right hand corner, and you're going to make your canvas 11 inches by 8.5 inches long. This is the size of standard letter paper. Now we're going to make our template. I've simplified the template a lot. So you want to go to Elements and type in Square, and you're going to make sure you click on the rectangle that's in the shape portion. You want to make this rectangle 5.6 inches wide by 8.5 inches long. Then you want to drag that rectangle to the center of your page. After that, you're going to click on Square again. I'm going to change the color so I can show you guys different, but you want to make this 11 inches wide by 0.8 inches long. Then you want to right click and duplicate that rectangle and drag it to the bottom. And this is your completed template. I don't do those two rectangle pieces on the side anymore because I find it's unnecessary once that center piece is centered. So now I'm going to change the background color to red. Those two side pieces should turn red because I didn't add anything on top of those. My son's birthday party theme is going to be cars, so I found a whole bunch of images on Google and I uploaded those, so that's what I'm using to add to my design. I try to find a cool background image to put on the center of my chip bag, but that's my personal preference. If you wanted to, you can leave it a solid color, or you can find any of the backgrounds that's already on Canva. I'm adding this image of Lightning McQueen that I found on Google, but I need to remove the background. So I click on Edit Photo and Background Remover, and I remove that background. Now this is only available on Canva Pro. If you don't have Canva Pro, they do have a 7-day free trial that you can sign up for. I'm also going to add this image of Mater that I found on Google too, and we're going to remove that background as well. Once I do this, I just kind of resize the image until it's up to my liking, but I always end up readjusting it like a whole bunch of times throughout the creating process, so don't think everything is set in stone when you're designing. Now that I have my two main images, I'm going to add a heading. So I went to text and add a heading, and I'm going to type in Lorenzo Turns. Next, I'm going to change the font by going to fonts and changing it to this Magneto bold font. I actually found this font online and I uploaded it to Canva. I have a TikTok video if you're interested in that. To change the color of your font, you're going to click on the A that's next to the font size and change it to the color you want. I want to add an outline to it, so I clicked on Effects, added the outline, and then I changed it to black. Now that my text is the font and color that I want, I'm going to play around with the sizing a little bit. I felt like the background was kind of empty, so I went to Elements and I typed in road. I want to add a street behind Lightning McQueen and Mater. So I found this road and I'm going to drag it to fit the size that I want it to be. After I fit the size of it though, I do have to send it to the back so it's behind Mater and Lightning McQueen. So to do this, I'm going to right click that image and I'm going to click on Layer and Send Backward. So I'm going to do that until both Lightning and Mater are on top of the road. I'm also going to add a shadow behind them to make them stand out more. To do this, I'm going to click on Edit Photo, click on Shadows, and then click on Drop Shadow. And then I'm going to adjust it until I like the way it looks. Once I complete Mater, I'm going to do the same thing with Lightning McQueen. Next, I'm going to jazz up those border pieces. So to do this, I'm going to go to Elements and type in Racing Stripes. So I found this one that I like here. So I'm going to drag it to the size of my template that I made. Because that image was only black, it wasn't black and white, I had to change the color of those of my templates to white so it would look how I wanted it to look. I'm going to add that checker pattern to the top and the bottom of the chip bag. My son is turning 3, so I'm going to type in 3 balloon under Elements, and I'm going to click on a gold balloon to add to it. So I could have just typed Lorenzo Turns 3, but I like the idea of having that foil balloon on there. I think it looks really cute. Next, I'm going to add my nutrition facts. So I actually bought these on Etsy a while back, so I have it in my uploads. Now I do know Canva does have nutrition facts on their Elements, but I think you have to type them in yourself. I also like to put a white square behind my nutrition facts just so they stand out more. Next, I'm going to add my barcode. So to do this, I'm going to Elements and typing in barcode, As you can see, Canva has so many different options that you can choose from. I like this one that already has the white background on it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to text and I'm gonna type in "thanks for partying with us." I like to put this on all of my chip bags in the bottom right hand corner. So I type it in and I change the font to the same font as the Lorenzo turns. I'm also gonna make it the same color with the same outline. To finish off this chip bag, I'm gonna add a few more images. So I'm gonna go to my uploads and I'm gonna add these to the sides of the bag. I'm gonna do them the exact same way I did Lightning McQueen and Mater. I'm gonna remove the background and then I'm gonna add a shadow to them. Okay, so now we're done designing. To download your image, you're going to click on share and then download. You want to make sure you save your image as a PNG. It normally does that already. So once you do that, you're going to click on download and it's going to save to your computer. Once it's downloaded, I print them at home and now we're going to move on to the assembly time. I like to print my chip bags on this brochure paper. I get mine from Amazon. I do have the exact one that I use linked below. Now, if you can't get your hands on this paper or if you're in a hurry, I do show you how to do it with regular copy paper too. This is why I love this brochure paper though. Look at the quality of this print. The colors look so vibrant and it's very glossy. Now, this is what that image looks like on regular copy paper. It doesn't look as vibrant, but it gets the job done if you're in a bind. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is take your paper and you're going to flip it upside down. Next, you're going to flip over the side panels. You're going to use a tool like a pen or a pencil and you're going to smooth those sides down. Next, I'm going to take my paper crimper. So I got this paper crimper on Amazon and I do have it linked below. This is going to give our bags that crimped look that the store-bought bags look like. So you're going to take your paper and you're going to slide it into the slot. Once you do this, I like to hold it kind of like this for the video, but you want to pull the knob towards yourself until you hit the bottom of that border. We're going to do this on the top and the bottom of the bag. If you guys watched my videos before, I used to do this after gluing it together, but I actually like doing it first now. It makes it a lot easier. Alright, so now we're going to take our chip bag and we're going to flip it over again. Next, you want to open it up and we're going to grab our chip bag. So these chip bags work on standard 1.7 ounce chip bags or pretty much the fun size chip bags. You want to place that bag in the center and I like to just move everything and test it out to make sure that my image is the right size. Once I know that it's a good fit, I'm going to take a hot glue gun and I'm going to place a little dollop of hot glue in the center just to glue down the bag so it doesn't shift. Once that dollop is cooled down, I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to make a bead of glue from the top to the bottom of that chip bag. Once I do that, I'm going to grab the other side and I'm going to close my chip bag together. You want to do this while your glue is still hot. Now, if you want to, you can glue the back of your bag together before adding the chips on the inside, but I don't do that because I accidentally glued my bag together once. Alright, so after gluing the back of your bag together, we're going to glue the top and the bottom. So I take my hot glue gun and I add a bead of glue, but I make sure not to make it too close to the edge because we're going to cut that off later. So I try to do it about in the center of that of the border piece. As you're closing your bag, you want to be really careful to make sure that your bag doesn't bunch up. Sometimes it's easier to close the bag from the front than from the back. Now, if you really wanted to, you could stop here, but I'm going to go ahead and take some pinking shears and we're going to cut the top and the bottom. The pinking shears, they have like little serrated edges, so it's going to give the top and the bottom of the bag those perforated edges that regular chip bags have in the store. And that's the last step you have to do for your chip bag. So this is what that glossy bag looks like with that brochure paper. So now let me show you guys what it would look like if you use regular copy paper. This is what your chip bag would look like. So you want to grab your paper and instead of using hot glue, you want to use one of these glue tapes. So if you watched my videos before, you would know I used to use these for the regular ones, but I found that hot glue holds up a lot better on those. So I put the tape glue around the entire border of the chip bag, and I'm just gonna take my time placing everything together. You can see here. Regular copy paper is actually a lot harder to do than the brochure paper because it's a lot thinner, so it comes together really easily and you can accidentally glue it all together. Now here's what the two finished chip bags look like next to each other. Now, of course, the brochure paper is my favorite one, but like I said, if you're in a bind, you can use the regular copy paper. So I'm hoping I answered a lot of you guys' questions from previous videos in this one. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys want to see next. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!